was looking for the good in a fire that burned my house down. Was a light that led the way from my cold and lonely hometown. But now I'm growing up, I see anew by starlight. The monster in the embers will not be stopped by night. So I turn to lonely flight. By the light on my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Is knives in the land where empire started, in the graveyard of the future where the island soul departed. And your father told you lies about where to find your heartbeat, so you play the game of progress where there's only win or cheat. I'll embrace my first defeat. By the light of my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Right, let's see how we go with more Sephonie. I guess from the information on that safeguard, the critical piece of information is the number of keys, quote-unquote, key species that we have befriended. Last time round, we did all over this area. We climbed the vent and identified the species that is producing air for all the caves. And I stopped before going through this archway, so we'll start again here. We've got more burb. Can I remember any of the controls? Sort of. How do I get over there? Maybe. That, I mean, that looks like a key species in the distance. Nope, that's not going to be the way. It almost looks... Can't see anywhere higher to jump up here. It almost looks like I should be jumping from here to those burbs, but I don't know how to use the burbs. If I was better at this game, I'd probably know what to do here. I don't know if it's possible to run round one or other of these walls. Enough to get over this gap. That's definitely not it. Holding the left stick. There's not something hiding in here, is there? No. Or these bushes? No. It definitely looks like I should be trying to get to that save point at the bottom. Ah! That was simpler than I expected it to be. This one I can talk to rather than Onyx link with. Pretty flowers. And... Whew, guano. The seeds of these plants must have been carried around in the bat's digestive systems. This plant must have powerful roots. Or some kind of corrosive chemical excretion. Look at how the cave wall is being carved out around it. But this one I can't Onyx link with. What have we got? What do these things do? Ah. They're like... If I hit them, they send me flying. Doesn't look like that's helpful. Oh. How do I get further up? It looks like I want to go up that way, maybe? Oh. Daisy. That doesn't go high enough. Is there more to say about this thing? No, that's the same dialogue. I am a little confused here. What should I be trying to do? Wrong button. The thing I keep forgetting with the run is that you have to already be facing the right direction. Okay, that was more promising. Let's try that again. Okay, good. This is suddenly very difficult, though. I think I want to go, like... God damn it. I missed. Boing. Because I think what I want to do is I want to get up there and use that bounce pad to get to the flower. And then from the flower, glide across to that ledge. And that'll get me up to the top. Oh, fuck's sake. Where? I think maybe I'm starting to need a controller with more resistance in its left thumbstick. I'm having this problem a bit with Elden Ring as well. We'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. It's all a matter of learning the tolerances. There we go. Then over here. 1, 2. Oh, hey. Halfway up. And then I need to get over that, like, anemone thing. Like so. Up and up. Here's another one. What have we got? Angiosperm architect, Pamelia. What's this one's deal? Wow, the sight, the smell. What a specimen. Ingwin, are you blushing? No, you are. What? No, I'm not. Am I? All right, focus, you two. Let's go. It's puzzle time. What do these do? Blocks pieces. Turns into Pamelia fruit when its timer reaches 0. Okay, and these are... Right, stuff can spawn there. Right. What just happened? Oh, right. It stored that lot in that area, I guess. What I want to do here is like that. Right, what do they do? Block species, teleport surrounding cells, and it's surrounded on all 4 sides. Right, okay, so they, when you meet the condition, they transform and they teleport the pieces somewhere. Let's see. I can't really tell whether I'm doing the right thing here or not. But that was the red. No, that was red. That was green. So this is the blue one. I need to put some blues around it. Alright, now I know what's going on. I think. What have we got? This is complicated. I might want to just bank some of this soon. I've got one more piece. Is there somewhere I can place this where it will all get consumed? Probably not, but I can do that. Wrong button. Okay. So I want to put reds around this one. Greens around this. Blues around this. Sometimes my thumbstick is sticking. That's a bad sign. Blue. Green. I can't get this green in that space. That's annoying. And I won't be able to get the next green in that space either. Like, I could put that there, but then that would make it very difficult to fill that blue. Oh, hang on. Wait, it's reds in this corner. Except I want to make sure that that tile ends up blue to clear those three. Like so, but I can do that for a perfect blue group. What happens if I teleport that? Oh, it overwrites them. Cool. That's good to know. Oh, shit. I goofed. I can't actually complete that one this turn. Is there any way useful I could put this? Put that there. It allows me to clear out some space down here. But I think with this, I should take the points and go. Oh, lovely rocks. Let's put the greens there. Blue is bottom left. Red up here. Where's green going? Green's going over here. That's a bit of a risk, but I will take it. Can't use this for any of that. Can't use this here. If we do that, then... Why do all my pieces go the wrong way? Perfect. Right, we're done. Let's go, and we'll find out what this dude is about. Honestly connected. I think our connection is succeeding. We're all going closer. Decoding data for angiosperm architect Pamelia. It reshapes the physical structure of Sephonie's cave network using an elaborate system of chemical manipulation to deliver seeds with sculpturally additive or subtractive effects. Ah, so that thing we discovered at the bottom there. Oh, Onyx Mindshare is coming. A Lightspeed highway opens its doors. Thoughts, memories, feelings, hope race forth. Alone the receiver beyond time drinks the deluge, indulging. Borders, seas, airspace can't stop it. Change shines out, and its unstoppable ray pierces hearts and minds. Onyx Mindshare is here. Where are we? Ingwen Lin. Another day of summer school over. A seagull lands at the open window and distracts you from whatever your scraggly white English teacher is talking about. You're thankful he's taking the time to teach the class, but you could do without his occasional self-important sidetracking. Now he's showboating about a concept he learned in college, but it shifts to his weekend plans, of course. And he's going to Kaohsiung to enjoy the weather. Later, during a high school vacation, your family goes to southern Taiwan to visit Kaohsiung City. It's hotter than Taipei, but when the sun sets on the harbour near Pier 2 Art Centre, the humid air cools down. You eat a fresh milk tea popsicle sweetened with Okinawan sugar. You can taste the sugar, but not the Okinawan, while your parents comment on how well kept the various buildings and shops are. As you sit at the harbour, looking out across the water towards the South China Sea, you feel happy to be Taiwanese, a citizen of this country. You feel pride that a society had accomplished so much since martial law. Not even just this fancy and once up-and-coming arts area, but the simplicity of a nice palm tree, a patch of grass, a harbour you can lean over and feel the breeze. I wish I could stay like this forever. But you can't. You stare into the sunset in denial, and when you finally accepted the day, Taiwan and the world will keep going, and when your parents call for you, that's when you sigh, get up, and rejoin them. Your parents suggest that you all take a trip to Okinawa next, assuming the money and time for it appears. After all, it's far closer to Taiwan than Tokyo or Hokkaido would be. Time returns to the present. You feel you should get to know Rio more. I wonder if Rio's visited Okinawa. 50-50 chance that he has. I should ask him. Rio Hayashi. Rio, in Okinawa you find the sand beautiful and the sea clear. It's easy for you to forget that ever since Japan lost World War II, the Americans have held military bases here. Things are peaceful now, but if some war broke out, this small island could quickly become a focal point of conflict. You also remember that Okinawa used to not be a part of Japan. But these thoughts filter past your mind as you sip on a fruity drink and enjoy some barbecue. As a precondition to being here, you must agree to temporarily leave the history at home in Tokyo. You've earned this time to exist only in the present. Should you really be held accountable for it all? After all, you think, with a twinge of guilt, your family's from Taiwan, not Japan. Different country, different history. You're on vacation after finishing a major project at your lab, finally. Shinji looks over at you and asks why the two of you don't go on trips more often. I don't know, you say. Work may be exhausting, but it feels like your hands are clasped on the wheel. Loosen your grip, and you might lose control completely. Maybe Hawaii would be nice. You went once as a kid, but don't remember much. Probably a beach, a spam musubi, you're not sure. Maybe those memories are lifted from vlogs and ads. Time returns to the present, and you remember Amy is from America. Has she visited Hawaii? Maybe we have that in common. I don't know. Amy Lim. Amy, it's a few years into your career and you squeeze both a science conference and a family vacation into one trip to Hawaii. Your mom laughed at the idea, but she needed to go to the conference as the chief of your lab. Hawaii is very far from the United States, and you think it's strange for one state to be so remote from the others. You arrive in Hawaii. Soon the conference and vacation end. You go to the airport, and before you know it, you're back home in Bloomington, Illinois, as if the trip never happened. Later, you drive from Bloomington to Chicago. There's a ball being held for young Taiwanese professionals in the commercial Magnificent Mile area of the city. The formal dress code is surprisingly strict, you think, as you squeeze into the long, shimmering gown that you haven't worn since the last ball. You enjoy the crisp clarity of a nice set of rules, but only if you understand their motivations. Taiwanese faces in American suits, dresses, ties, shoes, hairstyles, education, companies. If the dress code had nothing to do with Taiwanese culture, and everyone here is Taiwanese, why is everyone wearing these clothes? Who are we impressing with all of this? But then you think back to a family banquet in Taiwan. Everyone was wearing similar formal clothes there, too. You're not sure what you were expecting. Back at the ball, you talk to a few friends, then run into a past classmate and catch up. The two of you leave early to go walk the snowy, frozen lakefront. Chicago in formal wear? In the winter? The lake is cold, the horizon hazy. You pretend it's an ocean, one that goes on forever, to other countries and places, rather than ending in a stretch of factories in Gary, Indiana. The distant lights and smokestacks, perhaps an airship, a window to another world. Time returns to the present, and you remember that Ingwen lives in Taipei. You've been meaning to ask her about it, what life is like there, but you haven't had the time. There's just so much to do, always. There's so much for us to do. That's a mood. 3 transmissions of flawless quality. The highway shines with beauty. A wonderful night out here. Lucky. Lucky. Fascinating. It's normally enough for a plant to disperse its seeds by attracting animals to eat its fruit, but Pomelia is able to grow several types of fruit and selectively activate them at different times. Upon activation, the fruits release an intense burst of hormones, which causes these long-tongued bats behind us to slurp them up. We should call them ribbats. Huh? Because they're like bats, but they have frog tongues. Ribbats. So, as the fruits pass through the digestive tract of the ribbats, yeah, they release a continuous hormonal code that selectively amplifies or dampens the ribbit's hearing in each ear, warping the spatial data they receive via echolocation. Essentially, they steer them to different locations throughout the cave. And after the ribbats poop in the desired location, the seeds go to work. Some of them speed up erosion with their acids. Others work indirectly, attracting worms to feed on their remains. Over time, the worm tracks become grooves that guide the flow of mineral waters to create speleothem formations like stalactites and stalagmites. So Pomelia has the power to create and destroy rock formations throughout Sephonie. Kind of spooky. Well, I think for Pomelia, it's not about the power to create or destroy. Change is inevitable, and a leader uses perspective to help guide that change. I never thought of it that way. This new link data will allow us to go deeper. Why don't we keep exploring? I thought I was so clever for working all this stuff out. Like, the philosophical stuff that's going on here. I thought I was so clever. And it's just all here in this video game. When the 3 of you look into an ocean, what do you see? The grinding and scraping of Earth's vast-edged shards of crust? Species bursting, branching, and dying beneath the surface in a cacophonous symphony? Or perhaps you see it through the stories handed down to you. Stories of adventure and tribulation. Stories of waiting for your lover to return, clutching tear-stained letters to your breast. Or does it hold your gentle, sun-bleached memories, screeching when your brother slew through it? I'm yawning. It's hard to do this voice when I yawn. Or does it hold your gentle, sun-bleached memories, screeching when your brother threw a slimy seaweed onto your shoulder, dropping down beneath the waves to be held briefly, completely by the water? Or maybe you see it in every way at once. And for all the unfathomable nature of time and the blue blackness of depth, the dispassionate ubiquity of change, you still wish to feel seen. You still wish to be held in just this single moment before everything becomes something else. Hydration check. Okay, when you're a rabbit, an icon will now pop up. Press the jump button again in midair to unleash a burst of hormones, and the ribbat will pull you to its location with its frog-like tongue. You may use this ribbat grapple tape to find shortcuts or get to places you couldn't reach before. Okay. So if I go, like... That didn't work. Let's go back. What did it say? Which button was it? Press jump a second time, right. Cool, that's relatively intelligible. Why is that on jump when everything else that's an extra thing has been on the trigger? There's another place over here. Let's go this way. Friends, might I congratulate you? With each new link, greater understanding. Dr. Lee, did you, are you feeling okay? Ha ha ha, I am fit as a fiddle. What is a fiddle? Oh yes, an instrument for music. Another name for a violin, but with stylistic connotations. That's good. Did you hear something from the surface? Oh, no, it's not that. Quite the opposite, in fact. What? There is something I need to show you. I didn't know it would matter before, but I think it would matter for you. To you, it's very urgent. Or maybe not. I just need to show you. What is it, Dr. Lee? Keep going. Deeper. Meet me on the shores of the Black Ocean. But wait, why can't you... The Black Ocean. See you there. Goodbye. That sure was a cutscene. So we have to go to the shores of the Black Ocean. That sounds like it'll be deep. Well, hopefully that will make sense later. Well, he mentioned some place called the Black Ocean, right? Maybe if we keep traveling, we'll reach it. Sure, sounds like a plan. This Dr. Lee character is certainly acting strangely. Just what does he want with Rio, Ingwen, and Amy? Did he do something to them? Is he the reason they're gone? Well, that's not ominous at all. Let's see what's in the next area. Okay, don't touch those. I don't think I can interact with that yet. That looks like a puzzle I'm going to have to come back to. Oh. Another new area. It's the professor again. He looks like he's maybe up to something. Definitely being cued to think of this as something ominous. We found him already? Thank you for coming. Dr. Lee, what's happening? Your body. Ah, I should probably start with that. You're not really Dr. Lee, are you? Huh? What? Now I remember. How embarrassing. Dr. Lee, that was me. It was never my intention to deceive them. Dr. Lee was a manifestation of my desire to interact with them more directly, in a human way. Loose data of a real human pulled from their recent collective memories. I explained to them what I have told you already, that I am Sephonie Island. By linking with my ecosystem via Onyx, all of our minds, our beings, had begun to intertwine. Our fates, our cares commingling. Thankfully, they weren't angry. They had already begun to know me. Wait, this is my transfer, isn't it? It's a pleasure to meet you, Sephonie. Or, I guess we keep meeting parts of you again and again in different ways? Huh. It's an honor to be here. This is really a groundbreaking moment, isn't it? This is not what I was expecting when I took on this mission. But I'm grateful for the goodwill that you've extended to the three of us. We'll try to do right by you. Thank you all for your understanding. Doctor, Sephonie, it sounded like you had something else you wanted to tell us. Ah, yes. This is perhaps even harder for me to say. But with how I am feeling towards all of you, there's no way to avoid it any longer. This place is special, isn't it? I can feel when you are linking. Ingwen's face lights up with joy. Rio's stomach flutters with excitement. Amy's heart swells with determination and pride. Every part of Sephonie is interconnected, adapting and reacting to create an improvisational orchestra of matter and energy. But now that you three are here, each from distant corners of the earth, I see that I am part of a much bigger conversation. Amy, Ingwen, Rio, your world is in grave danger, and I am destined to be the agent of your downfall. What? Sephonie? Deep within the bowels of this cave system lies a deadly virus known as Null. For many millennia, Null has been locked in an escalating battle with every other part of myself. Much of what I am, the wonders you have witnessed, were forged from this eternal feud, biological ingenuity sparked under threat of annihilation. And in return, Null has grown strong and ravenous. Soon, around 50 solar years from now, Null will finally win. It will overwhelm me and spread through the entire world, leaving little biodiversity in its wake. Many, perhaps most, humans will die, along with countless other species. So the story does have a villain, I suppose. No. How could you possibly know that? Ah, well, if you move to clap your hands, will they meet in the middle and make a sound? You cannot know for certain, but still you trust your body. Unbelievable. But please, hear me out. I believe that the three of you might be the key to altering our fate. Go on. Humans have battled viruses before, haven't they? If all three of you were to link with Null and take that data back to your laboratories, back to your communities, then maybe we could create a vaccine before Null overpowers you. Exactly. Perhaps you could see something that I could not. So let's do it. Let's link with Null. It's not that easy. It's already a constant struggle to keep Null in check. To allow you to get close enough to link with it while still preventing it from devouring you, we will need to have a stronger, more nuanced connection. What would that entail? Already in your journey you have linked with two of my key species, Thraskius and Pomelia, as you named them. Think of them like your own vital organs. Each of them plays a special role in my body. There are 3 more key species. Link with all of them and we will be ready to face Null. How do we know that we can trust you? All that I'm asking is for us to know each other. From there, trust will find its level. Huh. Well, I'm in. Ingwen. I mean, weren't we going to link more anyway? We should definitely link more, but what if we don't have time for all this before we're rescued? Couldn't we just explain the situation? Rio brings up a good point. Trying to convince our superiors of all this is going to be a long shot. I'm still having a hard time with it myself. But if something could save billions of lives, I just think... this will be hard, won't it? Even if I could convince Taiwan of the impending danger, what sway would that hold in the international community? It's hard enough for 3 people to agree on anything. I understand, Ingwen. I'm just trying to be realistic. I know. Well, all of us want to keep linking, so we'll just start from there, right? Yeah, looks like it. Strange that no one has come for us yet, but I guess it gives us an opportunity. Maybe they don't even care. What was that, Ingwen? Oh, sorry, nothing. So, you have decided? Perfect. I can't wait for us to be more closely linked. But there is something that I can feel within your bodies. You hunger for sunlight and fresh air. Please return to the surface now and rest. I wasn't thinking about that at all, but now that you mention it... You don't have to tell me twice. Sephonie. It looks like they're gone. Yeah. Well then, I'd say it's time for a rest. Let's go back to the surface. From now on, you have the option to return to the surface from the pause menu. Cool. Ah, so that's a, like, map of the island, basically. Actually, on the surface, no, this is the antechamber. Out we go. That's some weird noises on the soundtrack. Night fell as the trio returned to the surface and found that the barrier snow no longer caused painful onyx interference. In fact, now it felt cool and refreshing, like a sweet spring rain. When Ingwen closed her eyes and felt the soft glowing clusters melting against her face, she suddenly laughed and understood. Face mites. What? Rio and Amy turned back towards her. The data from Brachiolemony Thrascius must have caused our face mites to evolve, Ingwen said. I can sense them gobbling up the barrier snow, protecting us. That's gross, Rio said, but all of them laughed and felt grateful for the calm of the moonlight and the expanse of the starry sky, filtered though they were by the gently glowing barrier overhead. The next morning... what should we do now? I feel Sephonie calling out to us from the first caverns we explored, around where we first met Dr. Lee and encountered Thrascius. Alright, let's go. Right, before we do that, I saw a bunch of burbs over in them there trees. I want to see if we can... all the way up there. Can we get up to where the birds are? Yes, okay, good. And we have to be careful about how we do it because... that's right, it's death floor. There's a new checkpoint we haven't reached before. Anything down here? Doesn't look like it. There's something up there, maybe. Whoops. I see. Need to get this guy to move a bit, and then we can get up here. What sorts of things are there in the tree toppies? I think I saw... okay, there's a bird over there that isn't one of the standard birds. The... what were they called? I've already forgotten. Rabbits? Ah! God damn it. I missed. Let's try that again. Oh, I can... apparently this guy will also... what did that accomplish? And then here we've got those hot spheres that burn us. I need to be careful not to jump into. I don't know what I'm trying to do from up here. Wrong button. All of that is death floor. Okay. I think I'm missing a skill for that section. I think I need to know what I'm supposed to do with the fireballs. Oops, so I want to find another exit from this room. Probably somewhere where there are burbs. And not this way, because this was the way... I think... Actually, it said it was around here, didn't it? Where we met Professor Sephonie. There's stuff up there. Oh, it's probably over there. Yes, it's over there. There's something on top of this doorway. That's odd. A feeling of déjà vu. What are you looking at, Amy? This rock. It reminds me of a time I went to Taiwan. In the mountains, we visited a temple, and it had this oddly organic feeling house. Shaped just like this. Some distant relative lived inside. I forget who it was. But you remember the shape of the house, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah. I wonder what happened to that relative. Or who they were. I don't even remember their name. There's something up on top of this thing. For which my route... Oh, there's something on top of that as well. Like, it looks like the route to get on top of this would be to get up to that jump pad up there and run all the way round, drop to that dandelion and glide the rest of the way. That seems like it's going to be extremely awkward. That's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. Oh, wait, actually... Maybe the way to do it... was not that. Worth a try. I was wondering if I could slalom through there, but I think the contours are a bit too awkward. Let's see what's inside Amy's memory. Interesting. This looks a lot like... Bloomington. It's a medium-sized city in the middle of sprawling farmland. Highways stretch out in every direction. In high school, I'd drive out on weekends, going through those fields, trying to see how far I could get before turning around, watching that landscape play in reverse, and pulling back into my home's driveway. Even now, it feels good. The prairies of America, especially the summer. taking the lunch break off just to drive, to get away from work, the people, through soybeans, corn, farmland. Some say this is the middle of nowhere, but farmland feels like the engine of a country. But lunch breaks end, the sun begins to set, and research always calls. Something very large and fiery at the far end here. What have we got? Am I really supposed to drop all the way down here? I guess so. Right down to the bottom of the level. That didn't work. There's something there. That looks like the secret to that one is going to be to get all the way around this thing. Somehow. That didn't work. That also didn't work. Nope. This didn't take 2 attempts last time. What am I doing differently? There we go. What do we get? Neighbor's house. Inventory. Mahogany framed affirmations on every wall. Bathtub. Scented potpourri rotating with the season. Custom shoe racks and fireplaces. Your grade school friend Maria's mom, a 7th generation full French, would serve organic snacks on an American flag plate with a few natural supplements for Maria. Maria would show you her latest streamer obsessions. Chinese pop dancer wannabes, gluttonous food streamers, stuffing their mouths with family-sized meals, cheering in ecstasy while donation notifications blared, mozzarella sticks into mouth holes. I want to be like this one, Maria said, pointing to a 25-year-old woman giggling as she mashed her hands in a jar of ketchup. If I get a good job, I can pay to make her do things. Maria moved, and you never spoke to her again. Are there streamers that do that? That's a little, well, something for everyone, I guess. Need to run up to that jump. Eat, come on. Oh, that would have been so much simpler if I just got that save point first. This level geometry, good grief. Where am I going? I'm going over there somehow? I think I need to get around the far side of it. Oh, god damn it. Let's try that again. I would characterize this as fairly advanced. No, god damn it. Fairly advanced platforming. Is that back? That's back, okay. For as early in the game as this seems to be, can I make it across that gap? I'm not sure. I don't think I can go up there yet. Oh, goddamn. Do this section again. It must be over there. Just gotta time the jump right. There we go. Can I Onyx link with these? No, talk to them. We're here, we're here. This is the rest stop, right? Yes, this is the one. Mile marker 252. Only a little bit longer to go for Bloomington. Barely in time to make it to dinner with Grandpa. I want to look at the vending machines. Can I have the candy bar this time? Or maybe let's do this crane game or a scratch-off ticket. No, we can't do those. Gambling is bad. How about the pretzels? Pretzels are healthy. Ish. Well, okay. I learned to drive highways out here. Flat. Perfect beginner territory. Taking breaks at rest stops. Some of my college friends had to learn in mountainous California. I wonder how they managed. I don't know what to do with the fireballs. The fireballs scare me. They're pointing in this direction. Can I get... I can probably get to there. Yes, okay. Pick up that for the extra jump. 1. Let me go 1, 2, 3. How high? Oh my god, I probably have to get this all the way up there. Oh. Whoops. I think I know what I need to do now. This music's pretty good. I think what I have to do is go up here. Like so. There we go. Clever. There is real thought going into like how the platforming puzzles are structured. But also new stuff is coming in pretty pretty frequently. Okay, this looks like I want to go up here. Why was there a dandelion down there? Where am I? I must be. I guess. Really feels like I've been here before, but I don't think I have. I've been over there before. I think I need to go this way. These are some ferocious platforming puzzles. Cows! I found cows. Spelunking cattle, Isle Auroch. Okay. Bacteria. Moves left and right. Destroyed when placed upon. And then those are boost. Oh no, those are spawn spots. Okay, so the bacteria destroy whatever they hit. Fun. Okay. Just keep racking up the points. Get rid of you. Anywhere else I can put stuff? No. Slime. What did the slime do? Destroyed when placed upon. Also destroys the overlapping cell. Don't eat my stuff, please. If I do that, then I might fit another piece in there if I'm lucky. Let's try that. Where should I put reds? Let's do that. Oh, we're already done. Cool. That's going better than I thought it would. Hydration check. Decoding data for spelunking cattle, Isle Auroch. Perhaps it first ventured into the caves to lick salt from the walls, but now it grazes upon unexpected grains, processed in its many stomachs. It's a cow. Don't walk off the edge. We're going up to this highway, where things only get more complicated. Is there something out at the end of... Wrong button. Oh, can I run round this? No. Okay. No gravity shenanigans. It really kind of looked like there ought to be. No gravity shenanigans, just wall running. Which is the next challenge, I guess. Because we've got to go... I still haven't entirely figured out how to chain wall runs. Nope. Not like that, basically, is the answer to that particular question. Let's try that again. Oh, come on. I'm having edge trouble. I don't understand why sometimes she won't... Like, sometimes she will automatically run... It will turn to the right angle and run, and sometimes she won't. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, come on. Okay. Progress. Now don't fuck this wall run up, otherwise we have to do that all again. There we go. Oh dear. Let me guess. Okay. I'm not having to run back along the outsides of these. That would be possibly beyond me, honestly. Looks like I need to jump and use that ribat. Okay. Then we're going to wall run to this guy. And up. 1, 2 to here. And there's another checkpoint, which is good because I don't want to have to repeat that. And a dandelion. Where am I supposed to get to from the dandelion? It must be this direction. Maybe I can land on top of that piece of road? Yes. I'm probably supposed to wall run this, but I am very bad at wall running, and another option is available. Mom? Hello, you three. I'm Chief Lim, and I run the lab here in Bloomington. But you can call me Xiai. I see we all have some lineage in Taiwan. That basically makes us family, right? Small world. Anyway, I do wish you could all stay in Bloomington longer, but I know you've got to get filled in on all this Onyx stuff. So be sure to come on over to the USA another time, okay? The day I met Ingwen and Rio in person for the first time, I was surprisingly nervous, but my mom did a great job welcoming them. Can't Onyx link with the carts. What do you want to do for dinner? Chinese? Maybe Thai? What about that new fusion place? The one that replaced the bakery? That one? I heard it wasn't that good. Their menu tries to make too many types of cuisine and they all taste bad. Oh, I still want to try it for myself, though. What if we bring Mark along? Expose him to some different types of food? Well, I guess. Better than the crap they feed him at school. But if you're that concerned about what Mark eats, you're always free to learn some of your mother's Chinese recipes, you know. Yeah, I know. I'm just busy. Well, I'm busy too, you know. Fair. Let's grab that checkpoint. That's Ingwen and Rio again. Rio, growing up, did you read a lot? Huh? Yeah, why? Did you ever have that feeling that things were hopeless when you would look at a stack of English books and wonder if you'd ever be able to read them? In high school, I think so. I remember being confused by some novels, not to mention scientific papers. Oh, can you not hear the game at all? I see why. No one. Is that better? Also, thanks for letting me know. I had it on monitor only because I was doing something. Duplicate recording stuff, I think. Grand. There is only music, so that's not too bad. But also, whoops, that's an hour stream with no BGM. That's the first time I've done an audio boo-boo on stream for a while. Also, hey, thanks for coming by. Good to see you. I did like to browse the English novels at the bookstore now and then, even though I couldn't understand them completely. Yeah, I get that. I used to want to read this one murder mystery, but it was too hard to understand. I just kept sitting there, wishing for its contents to get into my brain. Did you get to read it eventually? Yeah, years later. It just took a ton of work. And I couldn't figure out who'd done it. Knowing so many languages is strange. It just made me more regretful about how much other human knowledge is in other languages. All the things I'll never be able to read. Ah, yeah, true. But at least we know more than one language, huh? I don't. Like, very slowly, my Japanese is starting to come together after 6 years, but... Oh my god. Too fast! Let's try that again. Which way do I think I want to go? I think I want to go that way. Yeah, there we go. I think that's going to be the end of the area. Oops. Wow, so you picked that car, huh? Nice. Red really suits you. Pretty cool to get your first real paycheck, right? What's that? Oh, the car dealership doesn't give out free donuts anymore. I can't believe you still remember those. We'd go every now and then when you were little. They were from a local donut shop. But it actually closed while you were away for college. That, and maybe the dealership had to tighten up the budget. I miss that Sunday morning smell. Cheap coffee and donuts, the immaculate car showroom. That's not flats. I guess we're going over to where there's a guy standing on the roof next. Up. Which means... Ow. God damn. Use you to get... That saves one. Slowly getting the hang of this platforming nonsense. Why is the floor death here? Oh! Whoops. It's worse than Scarlet Rot, this stuff. Hey buddy, why are you standing on the roof? Yep, that's right. A family of scientists. My parents grew up in the Chicago suburbs, but they had and raised me here. Then I did the same with Amy. Oh, but my grandparents? They immigrated from Taiwan. What a coincidence, right? Amy's father and I both have nearly the same roots. We've been back a few times, but probably wouldn't live there. Neither of us speak any Chinese. Despite being the chief, Mum's always been so friendly to new hires. I wonder how she does it. Okay, presumably this jump is too long. Build something like this in Minecraft one day. A village that's like on a wall. It's going to be the end result of the big project I was working on. Never really got started in our Minecraft server. Nope, that didn't work. Supposed to go with this dandelion? Oh, I'm supposed to go out to the other dandelions, aren't I? And round. That's fun. I'm just going to dig a bloody great big hole in Minecraft, and let's try that again. So I have to jump out of the glide now. There we go. I'm gonna dig a bloody great hole and build a town on the side of it, using all the resources extracted from in the town. This one I'm gonna have to wall run to, definitely. Do I go straight down there, or is there something else? I bet there's something up on the top of this. Oh no! I have to do it all again. Can you tell I'm trying to avoid doing all the wall runs I can possibly avoid? Jump pad on the other side as well. Interesting. Oh my, how is that not a doable jump? Slightly annoying. Sure, this must be possible. There we go. There is a thing. How do I get there? Oh, get off. Do I do this? There we go. Rare fruit, a cragfruit tree. Bonding 20. So I need to get a 20 segment. Is that right? Lock spot. Can't place pieces here until satisfying a certain condition. Is it removing those rocks? I wonder. Oh no, bonding 20 means linking 20 of the same colour. That's a bad start. This turn. Okay, we've got a bunch of reds coming up. Let's get the reds. Also not going to work. Well, we can do this without fully unlocking the grid, but it wouldn't be the best idea in the world. I'm not very good at this kind of puzzle. Pieces go the wrong way for what I need. It's not really anywhere useful. I can put this one, I think. Like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 blues. Oh, okay. That was enough to open that up. Cool. Dubious noises. I think we're gonna complete this turn. What if we do? Yeah, there we go. Okay, what do we got? Hydration check. The crag fruit tree. Its fruits have a thick, stone-like rind, protecting the young seeds from hungry critters until they've matured. When the large rare fruits are finally ripe, they fall and crack upon the ground, a delectable feast. Lovely. Hence, stone fruit, I suppose. If we go up here, this is pretty cool. Like a lava lamp creature, basically, it looks like. Remember lava lamps? Good times. This is 2 children. What do you think they do in that lab all day? I heard it's like military stuff. One of the kids in my class's uncle works there, and he says the uncle says it's related to medicine. But that's too simple, right? Yeah, why else would they have all that security? Exactly. What if it's like bioweapons or something? Or mass manipulation of oil markets? What conspiracy videos have you been watching? My parents don't let me see any of that. They're not conspiracies. It's called deduction. I bet it's just something boring like computer security or something. Maybe I'll work there someday. I don't know how to do child voices, I'm sorry. I did my best. Who's down here? You know, Amy, some mums really dream of this. Walking to work with their daughter, the same career. When I raised you, I never wanted to force this career on you. I'd be happy no matter what you choose. But this lab in Bloomington's a great choice. It has a long history, great membership, and now you get to be part of that history. Plus, you already know some of the scientists. Dr. Lee in particular is happy. Actually, that reminds me, he invited us over for dinner this week. Dr. Lee, fellow. Yeah, my first day at work was so lucky to be welcomed by everyone. The way that's shifting in the background is making me actually feel slightly seasick. When I look at my lab on that hill near the highway, do I feel proud? We're helping our community, our state, our country. Advancing science. Also, being able to work with Japan and Taiwan, that feels good. At the same time, there are unspoken rules, like suspicion towards particular countries. The kind of stuff that floats around the laboratory and I just have to ignore. Maybe it's just the older generation's views and I can't do anything. I just have to take each opportunity I'm given and hope everything turns out well. I think. Sephonie, the virus. I'm really glad Eamon and Rio are here to help. Let's go and find out what this big guy is. I guess where we're going for the summit? Japan. Say, didn't you used to live there? Yeah, I did. My father was in the Navy, but then we ended up here. Japan must be a lot better than boring old Midwest, huh? I heard that everyone's clean there. Well, they both have their own appeals, and I'm pretty sure that some people are dirty. But have fun in Tokyo. It's a nice tourist place. Yeah, we will. It's my first time out of the country, actually. Do you think I'll need to know Japanese? I was dreaming about this trip for a long time, but then I realized the whole Japanese language thing. Probably not. Tokyo is super tourist friendly nowadays. I mean, you'll have fun, I'm sure. First time out of the country, huh? Now that I think of it, my dad never left the USA till he was 30. Is this warm again? Just remember, you three, this is all under high security clearance. None of the data can go outside of your labs without permission from our USA lab. I know, that sounds stuffy, but it's how these government contracts work. We get free-range research, but for a while the results are limited in reach. That's right, even if Eamon and Rio needed data for other uses, it'd have to go through security in the USA first. I thought it was harsh, but sometimes that's how these international projects play out. That reminds me of the null virus data. What if the USA wants to be stingy with that info? I'm just confusing myself with these theoretical scenarios. No, that would be a good one to be thinking about, because it's exactly what will fucking happen. What have we found? Aberrant fusel. Chandramita. That sounds like Pali. Interesting. Huh, this must be the next one of the key species that Sephonie told us about. God, I just realized I'm pouring sweat. Deep waves of heat like a summer bonfire. Okay, let's link. What do these do? Energy inactive. Block pieces turn into energy active when its timer reaches 0. Responsible at the end of a turn, which is one thing here. What does active energy do? Energy active charges an overlapping ion. When an ion contains at least 2 energy, it earns more link points. Okay. What am I trying to do? There we go. Oh, charges an overlapping island. Make sure that overlaps. Can't do anything to secure that one because I messed it up. But you can't place things on inactive energy. Okay. Blue parts to go here. Or I could do that. That would work nicely. And the energy emits slime. Okay. Lovely. don't really want to do that. That'll make a mess. This a bit later. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be an option. Oh, I see what I can do. I can do that. That's not bad. Maybe I get lucky with pulls and get something that I can put a red there. Yes, I will. Nice. I can go like so. What else can I do? I think I'm going to cash out there. Blue that will reach that when it activates. Oh, hang on, I can do that. No, I can't, because I can't use this piece that way yet. Just make sure I can take advantage of that. This is not a blue that can get into that space, but the next piece is. Good. So I can do that. Where am I putting reds? I probably don't want to do that. That's an ugly solution. I also don't want to do that. Part's good. Put blue there and get credit for all of that. Satisfactory. Amazing. So this is Chandramita, huh? Maybe I can rest just for a bit. It acts as a sort of miniature sun, injecting massive amounts of energy into the Sephonie ecosystem. Where did it come from? An unexplained share is coming. A light-speed highway opens its doors. Thoughts, memories, feelings, hope rush forth. A lonely receiver beyond time drinks the deluge, indulging. Borders seize airspace, can't stop it. Change shines out, and its unstoppable ray pierces hearts and minds. Amy Lim. Your grandmother passed away in your last year of high school. Each grandparent you lost felt one step closer to the inevitable, losing your parents. That was too much to think about, even though you're lucky to have and love both your parents and to have met all your grandparents. You don't know if you deserve your mourning. Like you, your grandmother was full Taiwanese, though you were never sure how much that mattered. She barely spoke Chinese, and it didn't seem to bother her, even in a few family trips to Taiwan. At first, cultural differences in languages made you feel that Taiwan was impossibly different from it. As you grew up, you learned Taiwan was not so different. It was industrialized, like the USA. Some of its companies even owned notoriously unsafe plastic plants in the USA. Despite different food or religion, you felt a sort of cold logic that linked the two countries' fates. On the internet, you heard stories of other grandmothers passing down recipes and wisdom, but yours was mostly a supportive, well-liked scientist. When you were young, you used to wonder if something was wrong with you or your family. Why didn't your parents have any recipes to share?
Did I miss out on something? You'd wonder, not having any deep-rooted ancestral traditions. But now you know that part of the culture that passes between generations is never to be lost in transmission, replaced. These days culture shifts so fast, you wonder if there'll be anything at all to pass down. A joke on the internet? A viral trend? You've tried watching videos on making particular Taiwanese dishes. The food tastes okay, but the connection feels superficial and apt. So you focused on science, biology, acing every class, devouring research, seeking out internships. You realise that is something you can pass down, like your grandmother before you. Scholarship, research. Is that what your grandma wanted to pass down? Was passing things down to family even important to her? You can only speculate. It's too late to ask. On a Sunday morning, you sat in your mother's SUV, heading home after your grandmother's wake. Retired scientists, teachers, young children, all of the disparate circles of people who had wanted to say goodbye. The reality of your grandmother's loss finally hit you, and you began to cry. Where were you? A friend asked the following Tuesday. I was sick. After the wake, Bloomington's Public Access livestream played on the SUV's in-car monitor, the host cheery as ever. Hello everyone, it's me, Julie, your favourite correspondent on everything Bloomington. Yes, I am at the local Bloomington Oktoberfest setup, and it is looking like we are right on track for a beautiful Saturday. The forecast is looking to be a breezy 78 degrees, unusually warm for this time of year, although, it'll get cooler at night, so if you're planning on dancing, don't you worry. And oh look, the leaves have just started to turn yellow, and with me today I have Jim, who, if I'm getting this right, is leading the event preparations this year. Hello, Jim. Yes, that's right. This is my first year as part of the local city planning council. So Jim, could you tell us a bit about what's new this year? Sure, Julie. Well, I'm happy to announce that after last year's issue with the lighting, the Bloomington Oktoberfest concert series will be back on. Oh, that's a crowd favourite. I hear we've got Tim Sellers coming on. He's an employee of a local sandwich shop and plays acoustic covers every Thursday night. How about that? That's right, Julie. We even have a local high school band, Unrestricted Faithlessness, playing. Ooh, sounds exciting. An EFC group playing this year, who everyone's happy to have back. I remember them. The EFC stands for Extremely Fantastic... Oh, what was it again? Creations? Corn? Well, for our viewers at home, you'll just have to look them up online to figure that one out. Yes, it's a great community event, and we're happy to be holding it this year in the parking lot next to the mall. It is a little smaller than some of the other events we throw, like the 4th of July celebration. Oh, I love that one. But we've still got a number of great vendors lined up. Bob's Ribs, Little Chen's, Ryan's Deli are all going to be there. And we have a number of organisations like the local Boy Scouts group and church. You haven't been to Oktoberfest since college. Maybe you'll stop by after work tomorrow. It is warmer after all. Julie's voice, still narrating the local news reports after all these years. It brings you back to scattered childhood memories. You wonder if Oktoberfest would still feel like magic. And text a friend to see if they're going. Driving home through one of the older neighbourhoods, the evening sunlight cascades through the large oak trees, their canopies sheltering the road. Houses built last century still stand in orderly rows, their lawns neatly trimmed. Every time you cruise down this road, it reminds you of your senior year of high school. Your friend Carissa in the passenger seat, complaining about this or that, glancing out the window until you reach her home, number 302. A few years after college, you heard her grandmother had died too, although in her case, her grandmother barely spoke English. So the grandmother found herself isolated amongst the sea of English in Bloomington. Carissa would often tell you all about the latest change in her grandmother's dementia. Once you wondered, why did she move out to Bloomington if she didn't speak English? Well, her daughter didn't speak enough Chinese to move to Taiwan, and so parent followed child. What would it feel to die like that? Carissa wondered. You'll probably never find out what it's like to die separated by an impenetrable language barrier. You feel lucky to not have to immigrate for financial or safety reasons. You know some people don't have a choice. Bloomington continues to change, its restaurants adopting trends from New York or Los Angeles. New condos pop up, attracting young couples. This is the fate of cities, and you mourn it a little. But at least your city gets to live on. After college, you tried living in America's big cities, but in the end, you couldn't find a way to rediscover that feeling of joy you would get, living in a place your family had been for generations, supporting the local businesses and their efforts. And now? Sometimes at night, you look out of your Bloomington condo, listening to the crickets, and wondering if there was something you were meant for in the city. A purpose you weren't brave enough to own. While you lived there, you were exposed to so many new conflicts and problems, stuff your parents had only mentioned in passing. Headlines became real. You tried to take part in some local action, but the yearning for home proved too strong, and you never formed roots there. The peaceful childhood you'd had, the education and safety. You realised how fortunate that had been. How could you not? Really, all you had to worry about were college entrance exams. Now, you're able to work on expensive, cutting-edge research, travel to far-off places for field tests. The stuff of dreams. You are a dream. A utopia, a castle floating in the sky. But deep down, you know this utopia is held up by something less pleasant. It would slip into your mind during a unit on world issues in the 3rd grade. You'd see a news report on some terrible event during Christmas morning, just as you got a new box set of books. How could all these things exist in the world at once? It's too much for you to process. When you were a child, you loved how biology gave you categories for everything. The world was impossibly huge, and yet all of life could slot comfortably into labelled rows and columns in your mind. As you grew, you realised that things were never quite so simple, and yet, deep down, some part of you remained convinced that it was just a matter of finding a new system, a more complex method of organisation. Then, finally, all the other pieces would fall into place. Or maybe not. Maybe at each fork in the road you had parted ways with a better Amy Lim. One who was braver, one who could face the world's problems head on. Perhaps in another lifetime. Perhaps in another lifetime you could have chosen to fulfill other callings. But for now, you steel your resolve. In this universe, you must trust in the Amy you've chosen to be. At least, for today. A transmission of unique quality, a strand of beauty linking you and I. How intimate, how lucky. So for now, let us dive deeper. So that's Amy's kind of storyline section, I guess. Long ago, a meteorite containing Chandramita's genetic ancestors fell into the ocean not far from him. Extraterrestrial life! It acts as a nuclear fusion generator, like a miniature sun. Helps explain why Sephonie is so biologically dense. Under normal circumstances, cave life ekes by on the small bits of energy that filter in from the outside world. Some bat guano here, or waterborne plant debris there. But thanks to Chandramita's warm fusion glow, Sephonie can sustain a much more vital ecosystem. So, life evolved independently on some other rock out there, hurtling through space. Strange to think of the long sequence of events that led to it being here now, embedded in this ecosystem. Instead of hurting you, fusion cells will now grant you a temporary speed boost, collect a chain of 3 or more fusion cells, and you can perform a super dash in midair. Ooh, interesting. That's fun. That's why there are all these ramps pointing backwards. Okay. So the next one, if I drop down here. Not sure what went wrong there. But something very definitely did. Oh wait, hang on. This looks awkward. Oh no, they're time limited. Okay. So I don't have to actually pick them up at a run. Just grab them. 1, 2, 3, and... Ah, damn it, I almost had it. And we're back. Lovely. That's one more key species linked. Who's next? I can feel Sephonie calling us from the lower layers. But we should consider taking a break to rest at the surface first. Yes, that sounds nice. Current goals me updated. Let's go. Information. Return to surface. Return to the surface from here. Yes. Hydration check. I want to have another crack at the stuff up here. See if it's more obvious what I'm supposed to be doing. Because there were some fire rocks. And I think that panel on the wall up there might interact with the fire rocks in some way. Nope, wrong button. I think what I want to do damn it. Let's try that again. Nope. That didn't work. Let's try it again. Go, and then over here. No, maybe I'll try this next time. Maybe I am platformed out for the day. Is there a new scene at the campsite? No, okay. Definitely told me to come back to the surface. But I think that will do for today. Just a shorter stream this time. I don't know when I'm going to play this again next because my schedule for next week's quite busy. But tomorrow I'm not streaming because I've got to phone my dad. I'm back on Sunday with the Xeno Saga. Thank you everyone for being here. I hope to see you again. Good night.